You don't need expensive materials to be a great artist. You're going to see a realistic drawing with cheap materials versus expensive materials. We start with a drawing of $1, in which I'll simply use an 8B graphite pencil. The key is paying attention to details so you can draw the textures that will give the drawing a more realistic effect. In the light areas, I simply don't use the pencil, or I use it very lightly, and in the dark parts, I apply more pressure to the paper. To make the drawing smoother and to hide the strokes, I'm going to blend using just a piece of toilet paper and a small trimmed brush. This drawing will be so amazing you'll want to comment, "Oh my god." You'll even see that to give the skin more texture, I use the eraser on the same pencil to add some highlights, and here you have it, the first part. As you can see, it's an excellent drawing. And we only spent $1, so there are no excuses not to start practicing your drawings. Now we've started the music section. More impressive, in which I'll use Ohuhu brand markers for the base skin tone and look for the desired tones and textures with Faber-Castell super soft colored pencils. Here the really expensive thing was the markers, which cost me $99, and they're the best investment since my drawings improved incredibly. I know art isn't very appreciated on social media, but I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a nice like. It's for my piggy bank of likes. This part of the drawing is what makes it look more realistic. Thanks to techniques like color blending, where I use several soft layers with the pencils, and when I see that I have the desired tone, I go over it with the brown pencil or whichever color I need, but with more pressure on the paper. I also use the white color to add some light tones in certain areas. Remember that the key in this type of drawing is patience, since in this part of the drawing it took me about 6 hours. I have a question for you. How would you rate me from 1 to 10? Let me know in the comments. I also use a fine liner to draw the eyelashes. The most satisfying part is when I add the highlights, in this case with a bit of white paint. And here you have it, an epic challenge that will leave you wanting to see something even more epic. That is, seeing how I made this other drawing in 1 hour versus 10 hours, it will leave you amazed.